Hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to wherever you are. Welcome back to Calmsden Farm, my second stream. Not my second play, but my second stream. I've played a couple of times in between. The first look and now. I've played a couple of times for a little bit, and Jamie's joined me once for an hour and a half. So a little bit of work's been done since the first episode. Now, I made a comment last time. Get off. Get off. Oh, shit. What the hell? I made a comment last time about the hedges. Now, the fact that I liked them, they were okay hedges, they looked okay, they had no collision, you could drive through them, which you couldn't do in previous Oxy David's maps. But I poo-pooed it a little bit because, well, it takes the immersion out of the game. So I didn't like that. What I wanted was a hedge that you could remove and put a gate in. And I discovered something after my complaining. And it wasn't a bad thing, like the map didn't break the map for me, but I discovered, lo and behold, ta-da, that was hedged right through there, and I was driving through it to get to this side of the farm. But there is, in fact, which triggered it, well, actually Jamie said it, if you go to fences and scroll right down the bottom, it's a shame he doesn't have the gates on the farm in here, but there's a placeable hedge, and they're the same hedges. And you can put them in here. See? And you can make them as pretty damn long if you wanted to, if you know what I mean. So yeah, you can remove these hedges, take out enough to put the gate in, and yeah, you could even fix the hedges up later with that. But there is no, well, I'm not too sure whether that's Oxy's or not, I can't remember. It might be. But there is no fences or gates, you know, like the main gate, which is over here, which is a shame. I would have liked to seen, well, yeah, there's one here. These steel gates. No, that's a wooden gate. But the default steel gates, where are they? That's a wooden gate. Like, at the main entrance up here. No. Yeah, there. These gates. These steel gates that are here. There's none of those. I would have liked to see Oxy put those double gates in. And maybe a single. That's it. But, yeah. This is fantastic. Thank you, Oxy. Great job. Now, since the last episode, I don't know. I was mowing that was a grass field, but not a designated field as such. It's been ploughed, it's had fertilised, limed, and had grass put back in it. And I've mowed this one earlier on today, and I'm going to bale that, and then I'll plough that field as well and plant grass back in it. And down here, Oh, I placed that bale storage, which actually suits this map. This is from Giants Motto. I can't remember the motto. I've mowed this. I still have to bale this. And this is where I'm going to put a sheep pen. I don't normally do sheep, but I'm going to do sheep. I'll use that field, entire field as sheep. Also, I've bought 5 calves. I could hear sheep, but I've bought calves. 5 little ones. They're babies. The ones that could barely stand. Did I buy 5 or 10? Now I can't remember. Yeah, 5. Thought might as well get them growing while we're building the farm up. So now I've got to rake this and then mow the 2 fields. Then plough the 2 fields, fertilise, lime the 2 fields, and then seed the 2 fields. So, we shall get into it. Robert! Hello, mate! Another long time no see. Why aren't you unfolding? Oh, I'm on the front? Really, Giants? Feck me, you still keep doing that. Hope you're well, Rob. Been a day or two since I was talking to you. Yeah, so this is on our server now for during the week play. You've been around, but been busy. Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm good. Good as I can get, which isn't overly good, but you know what I mean. What the hell's that? A shadow or something? Oh, that looks weird. Whatever that is. Some sort of shadow. I'm glad you're good, mate. Nothing ever much changes with me. I'm either good or I'm not. No in between. No, a little bit sick. I'm either massively sick or I'm okay. Okay's alright. Basically same shit, different day. All the time. Come on. I'm really curious about this, whatever it is there. What the hell is that? It's the same grass texture underneath that shadow, but don't see anything in the sky floating. That's a weird thing. Don't mind. It is what it is. Makes this field unique. Someone wants to know what field I'm in, I'll say I'm in the field with the weird rectangular shape in it. Shadow. Now the map runs pretty smooth, but no ills there. Frames per second are good. Overall, great little map. It's not what you'd call a massive multiplayer map though. Great multiplayer, but I only have one farm because it's just not enough to have more than one farm. So if you've got some friends, good on you, and they're similarly like farm sim, then yeah, it'd be pretty good. Nicely decorated, plenty of mess around, and you can delete the rubbish if you like, and you can customize the farm to your own taste. You do not have to stick with the farm. Most of the buildings, not all, but most of the buildings are removable. Just a fair word of warning, they're worth nothing. If you go to sell your farm buildings, you will get zero, and then you'll have the expense of building new sheds. But, you know, if that's what you want, you could do that. I'm quite happy with the farm and the buildings. Very happy with the rubbish lying around, because real farms do have rubbish lying around. Don't know about your neck of the woods, but I'd say 95% of the farms in Australia have got rubbish lying around. You don't have time. You'll make a rubbish pile, and then maybe every couple of years you'll clean it up. But the thing is, cleaning up the rubbish costs money and a lot of time, which could be spent doing farm work, you know. So it's a lose-lose situation cleaning up your rubbish. But you do have to do it from time to time. But let's just say you wouldn't go to the bother of keeping it pristine clean. Like, I must say, I don't know the guy that made, what's it called, Frankenfurt or Frankenberg or Frankenfart, whatever it's called. That is just, I don't know, slapped together quickly as possible. It is not decorated. It is very plain. Everything's pristine and clean and tidy and square. Square this, square that. I mean, okay, there's plenty of people that do like plain Jane maps, but honestly, with what you can do when you're making a farm sim map nowadays, compared to, say, back in 13 or 15, it's come that far that maps like that don't really have a place. It is just so horrible. Horribly clean. It's flat as a billiard table. And I mean, people will download it and play it and all that. And who knows, they may have a blast on it. But it's just too nothing for me. Nothing to look at. You know, there's not a bush, not even bushes. It's just all grass edges, plain Jane, very ordinary. Not even a single bush. There's the odd tree here and there, but not many. And now when they've granted the ability to do a corner in a road, he hasn't done that. He's kept the corners square. And that I couldn't understand. I thought to myself, what the hell are you doing, man? That I didn't understand. But it looks like a direct conversion of the very plain version of it prior. But I'm not the one to knock him for it, because I've given up on map making, so I don't make maps anymore. But I know what I like in a map, and that ain't it, unfortunately. And honestly, I thought it was a 4x map, but it isn't. It's just a standard map. So, you know, it would have at least had something going for it if it was a 4x, for those people that like 4x maps and have a large group to play with. It would have been excellent, even though it would have been, it is plain and very, very ordinary. Couldn't get over it. I didn't really notice it until I watched someone else do a review. When he said, look at the edges, look everywhere around the fields, look amongst the buildings, not even one single bush, not a blade of grass out of place. The grass goes right up the edge of the road and it's pristine. Then I thought, this guy's onto something. He actually titled it the worst map ever. Oh no, the worst map that will ever for Farm Simulator 25. So he doesn't think anyone will make a worse map than that one. So fair enough. To each their own. So, hey, like I said, you guys might love a map like that. Plain Jane, don't care. And it's not a huge file either, which is understandable. Go and give our new carvies a bit more hay. One more bale. Yeah, one more bale of hay. I only gave him one. Give him another one. Then I can make some silage bales. These calves sound like bloody... Well, that sounds like a calf. I can hear sheep somewhere though. Calves. Calves. I heard sheep. That sounds more like a sheep, that one. Might be a confused calf. Yes. Bales to do. Oh, the field up here. One we had canola in it. Oh, I planted oats in that, which I did because it has a quicker growth cycle than the others. There's the baler. Need another tractor, something with a bit of grunt. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Yeah. That's the case. Yeah, I'm going to take the McCormick because it's got less hours on it. I did have a John Deere, but it had like 1,200 hours on it. And it was the most powerful tractor here at the time. Well, it still would be if it was here. But the fact was, go around the headland of one of this field here, and you had to repair it. It was just dying so quick, which I think's wrong. The damage module's wrong, Giants. I think that a vehicle, the older it gets, it should get damaged quicker, but not a million times quicker. Oh, you need the baler, Richard Head. And I think, when it gets to 50 hours, it should wear out maybe 2% quicker. That's it. And then when it gets to, say, 100 hours, it should lose 2 horsepower. And then every 100 hours after that, it loses another 2 horsepower. Until it gets to 500 hours, then it will lose 5 horsepower. And so on. Then it would be a lot more realistic. This, you know, it gets damaged to the point where you can barely start the engine and it needs to be repaired again, is not right. And another thing, like if there's a tractor on special, which, oh, hang on, let's look. If there's a tractor on special and you buy it, but decide to put the bigger horsepower or a smaller horsepower engine in it, it should be new. That engine should be brand new that goes in it. The rest of the tractor, yeah, it's got wear and tear. But, and I'm sure they could do that with the correct scripting. It simply makes sense to me to do that. Especially the wear and tear thing. After a while it loses horsepower. Not just gets more and more and more and more and more damaged until you can barely start it and it has to be fixed. That's wrong. Sorry, Giants, that's wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. I should have zeroed that counter. I've done 101 bars altogether, so 100. No. Reset. Alt X. Alt X. Thank you. So there's 1 on this count. I always forget to bloody reset it. Useless. I hope Andy, GDX Andy, gets fair income back into modding again. I miss my yellow bales. Yellow bale wrap. It's pleasing to my eyes. Pretty damn good yield on this field. For a field that isn't a field. It's supposed to be just wild grass in it. Just one sec. Won't be a minute. Oh dear. Oh, very nice. Ah, what the hell? Okay. Enough of that. Hello, Jimmy. Should be an update coming soon. Oh yeah, I thought there might be. It's got a couple of tiny issues, but nothing game breaking. I don't think anyone, not that I've found. I know a few people on his Facebook account, Oxys, have been bitching about something. And I thought, well, don't do it. It's not necessary to do. Something about the cow yard they weren't happy about. I heard multiplayer had more game-breaking issues. Some issues are from Giant's side of things. Maybe. I've been playing it on multiplayer for a few days now. Jamie's been on. We haven't found anything wrong. Not yet. But anyway, we'll update it if there's an update for sure. Thanks, Jimmy. Hope you're well, mate. Sorry I haven't been on Vintage Oaks on the Finishers server. I just can't bring myself to load the game anymore. Sad, but true. And I did love 22. And I do understand this isn't quite up to your standard yet, and I understand that. But it's good enough for me at the moment. I don't want to go backwards. Yeah, I did enjoy the short time I played on Finisher's server. It was only short, unfortunately. You're in Discord? Yeah. You do realise I'm live streaming. I like it, mate. I like it better than 22. I didn't play it in 22. I loaded it and had a look around. and thought, nah, this ain't for me. Ugh. But, you know, there were too many things I couldn't do on it. But this, I can do everything I want. It's much better, I feel. I preferred his, I think it was called Court Farms. I liked that, and I played that a lot, but I got sick of that too. Mainly because of stupid hedges and fences and things you couldn't do. But alright, I'll pop over to your channel, not a worry. Be right back, folks.
G'day.
Evening, ladies.
G'day.
How you going?
Going good, mate.
Yeah.
What you got on the barbie today?
On the barbie? God, I haven't had a barbie for ages, mate. Wish I did. I got a barbie outside, but it ain't hadn't done shit for ages.
I need to get a barbie on the go.
Oh, yeah.
Need to have one soon, I think. In fact, I haven't one this Saturday, actually.
Bastard. I do love a barbie.
But anyway, how you finding your Calmsden then?
I like it. It's well, it's no vintage oaks, but I do like it. It's no Saxthorpe either, but it's nice. Better than 22. Better than 22. I couldn't play it. 22.
No, I think Calmsden looks good for 25 right now because it's better than what's available.
Well, yes and no. Riverbend Springs, I'm a big fan of. They've knocked it out of the park with that. That's something Giants usually don't bother with, decoration and looks. They just slap it down and go, there's your field, do it. They don't care about anything else, but they put the time into that. I won't say it's the best map ever, because it ain't. Because Vintage Oaks is the best map ever.
Oh, I'll not tell FSB.
I wouldn't. He'll get a big head.
Yeah.
I actually said that in the last stream. I compared this. I said this looks like it's going to be a great map for 25, but it'll never be the best map ever, because the best map ever so far in Farm Sim has been Vintage Oaks. I say it all the time. I wish the bastard pull his finger out. God, what's this working and eating and drinking shit? Just hook the computer to your head and put it in.
I am working.
Jeez. How much
I had my mic turned off.
Yeah.
That's because I'm listening to music.
Oh,
yeah, I could just about hear you in the background.
Oh yeah.
What you listen to?
Just some of my stuff on Epidemic. Think about the music I have in the background of my videos.
Oh yeah.
My cinematic opera.
Oh, yeah.
Mood music.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll never finish the map at this rate. I've got about 6 months' work to do in Blender, I reckon.
Jesus, still going.
I've only made like a couple of buildings. I've got tons of stuff to make. Take a long time to make a good building with detail.
Yeah, well, yes.
Yeah, I don't think I've touched the map now for 2 weeks because I've been faffing around with Blender.
There's a lot of people hoping that Oxy releases a building pack so that they can use them on their maps.
Do you think he'll do that?
He's
Well,
already
he
said
has
he
in-
won't, hasn't he?
He has.
Yeah, he's already,
He has in the past. So
yeah.
No, he said
He said this time round, no.
Yeah, he's fed up of people taking things and using them to create their own maps and then releasing them or editing them and then calling them their own. So he's outright said that he won't be releasing anything other than the maps as they are.
no,
Yeah,
that's a
he's
shame.
not even letting people use assets that he used in FS 22 at the minute.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. As an ex-modder, that does irk you, especially if they take something that you've created and taken ages to do and re-release it with a minor change and say, this is what I created. I've been there, done that.
Yeah, that will be a piss off. It's I keep getting a couple of people asking me if they can have my assets from Vintage Oaks. I said, well, I ain't got too much on Vintage Oaks. I said, so you can't have some things because some things weren't mine anyway. But
Yeah.
I mean, the things that are mine, I'm thinking, fucking hell, I barely made it for 5 minutes. You know, and people are trying to
Yeah.
take it, so it's like, fucking hell. But I
Yeah.
mean, I suppose these mappers have got to start from somewhere if they haven't got any experience. But
Yeah, that's true. But you can do plenty with the stuff that's available. The in-game stuff.
Yeah, that's what I said to someone. There's plenty of Giants have got plenty of in-game stuff that you can use, and he said, no, they ain't got anything. I said, they've got tons of stuff. They've even gone that extra mile to make extra things.
Yeah. Well, I feel that Riverbend Springs, there's a lot of buildings of sheds on there that are pretty uniform. You would find a building or a shed like that anywhere in the world. England, Australia, and the US.
Excuse me.
Don't forget you can read
Change
text
that
as
to it.
well.
Yeah, that's right. And you can change it. When I made buildings for the maps I built, I took Giants buildings and the like I wanted a special shaped building. I couldn't use Blender. I tried and tried and tried. I was too stupid. So I'd get two buildings and I'd put them both in GE in the same instance of GE and I'd merge them in GE and make an L-shaped building or make a building twice as long as what it is with all its assets and stuff. Megabyte wise they didn't get much bigger. But say there was a 2-door barn, tractor barn, and I wanted a 4 or a 6. Well, I took the 2 and just kept adding until I had enough bays. There's plenty of creative ways around it. And actually there was a modder that made a building pack with individual bits in it. No concrete slab, but everything else. The posts, the walls, doors, the roof
That
tiles.
sounds like Alien Gym. Is it not Alien Gym? No?
I don't think it was Alien Gym,
No?
but it was,
Sounds like something.
it was great. You could take a wall beam, just a wall beam, and attach it to one of the posts you've plonked down, and then put another post at the other end of the wall beam, and it looked like you were building a real shed. I used that pack for 2 of my maps. It was fantastic. But prior to that, I was just mashing sheds together in GE. And it worked. Didn't cause any extra lag or frames per second, nothing. And they worked, and all the doors opened and closed. And
I think some of the map builders out there building maps, they're not. I don't think some of them are making maps for the right reason.
No, perhaps not.
I think some of them, and even Bill said this. There's some people out there just want a bit of attention, and their maps are never going to be playable. And they're not going to be no good.
Have you looked at that Frankenfurt that was released?
Oh, I think I watched a map review of it.
Yeah, I watched a map review of it too. And it was titled "The Worst Map That Will Ever Be Built for 25." I thought, what?
Was it?
Yeah. Yeah, he's a bit of a nutter. He's great. He does tutorials and all that sort of stuff from Farm Sim. But his review was scathing. And it is a horrible map to look at. It's just disgusting. Everything, it's completely flat, like a billiard table, the whole map. And now that they've given us the ability to put corners in roads, on gravel roads and that, you know, make a nice round corner.
Yeah.
He's kept it square. Everything's square.
Yeah.
The building plots are square. The roads going to them are square. Everywhere where there isn't a field or a building, there's grass. Not one bush, let alone anything else. Not even a bush. And I didn't really notice it because I watched it, someone else's review that just did a normal review until I watched this other guy that I occasionally watch. And he goes, look at the sides of the road. Look at down the sides of the field. Look all around the farmhouse. Not even a bush. All square, clean, pristine grass everywhere. There's not many trees. Nothing. It's horrible. I couldn't play that map. And I honestly thought it was a 4x map, and I thought, oh well, at least, you know, this is the first 4x map for, but it ain't. It's just a standard size map, so it hasn't even got that going for it. Because there's plenty of groups out there that will be looking for a 4x or a 16x, so that they can get their groups back into it, you know.
Yeah. This other guy that I watched, he said, well, it looks like all he's done is basically convert it from the previous version and got it out there as quickly as possible and went, that's it. Didn't care about it at all. And I tend to agree with him. When you look at it, it is shocking. Yeah, and I mean, there's going to be a lot of maps like that as well. I mean, apparently
there will
Giants
be.
have upped their standards, so
Yeah.
strict. But whether that's standards on quality of maps or standards on things in maps that might not work properly, I don't think it's anything to do with the standard maps.
No.
If it works and it's got the right textures, they'll probably pass it.
Yeah.
But,
Oh, look, I really can't knock him because I've given up map building, but as a player, couldn't play it. There'll be plenty of people out there that like flat, plain maps that don't bother looking around themselves, you know. There's a lot of people out there that turn the traffic off. I can't do that. That's the only objection I've got with this map. There's one car. One little red car that drives past the farm all the time. And it only goes one way. I haven't seen another car on the map. There's the one car. Don't know why.
Calmsden.
Sorry, on Calmsden, yeah. Like the starter farm split up into 2 bits, and there's a road that goes between the 2 bits. It drives down that road. And being
Yeah, I read somewhere else. Someone else said that there was like one car that drives around.
Yeah, there's only the one car.
Seems a bit weird.
Yeah, and with my luck, just being one car, only one car, I've hit it so many times. Little bastard. But I won't turn him off. Occasionally I see him go past and it's pleasing. There's plenty of people walking around, that's good.
Yeah, I couldn't get on with Calmsden in 22. I had a crack at it a bit earlier and I still can't get on with it.
No, I never liked it in 22 at all. It's far, far better in 25. It's better to
Do you
play.
reckon?
Yeah.
It's exactly the same.
Oh,
It's
I know
exactly
that.
the same, just with 25 features.
Yes, I know. And the fact that he's got placeable hedges, I love. You haven't seen that?
Yeah, no, I have. I just
All the hedges that drive through, which I found a shame, and I mentioned that on my first look. I think it was a shame, but that was before I realised, because it takes the immersion away, being able to just drive through a shed with no collision, no nothing, no bump, nothing. And that was my biggest gripe in 22. You couldn't drive through the hedges, and you couldn't remove them, and you couldn't put a gate in. But you can do all that now. You can replace the
Drive
hedge.
through it. But to be honest, in terms of hedges having collisions,
Yep.
it shouldn't matter because you shouldn't be trying to drive through them anyway. So
No, I know.
if there aren't collisions on them and you drive through them, you've only got yourself to blame because
True.
you shouldn't be driving through them anyway. So I don't see. There is a collision in the hedge, but it's so low you can't notice it.
Yeah.
But
But yeah, I know. But the problem is sometimes you wobble down the road and you clip it with the side of the tractor. That shouldn't stop your tractor. One wheel brushes against the hedge and you come to a stop like you've hit a brick wall. That shouldn't happen. And that does
no, I
happen.
get that.
But these
I agree with
placeable
that.
hedges, I'm amazed by the place. Have you looked at the placeable hedge, like in a map?
I've not looked on them on there. I've played Valley Spring had placeable hedges
Well,
and stuff. I've used
I'll plonk one down here now. Well, I won't plonk it down, but I'll show you. And you can make it whatever, that's the smallest, and you can make it as long as you want.
You're not streaming or anything, so that's unhelpful.
No, I'm streaming on YouTube.
Oh, are you? Ah, okay.
Yeah. But it's amazing. I love it. And the fact that you can take out small pieces, put a gate in, and then fix the hedge up to the side of the gate. It's great. Love that. But I can draw that halfway across the map, that one hedge, and then cut out the bit in the middle if I want and put a fence in there.
But I still say if people want to edit maps that people have spent hundreds of hours making, then you should be playing No Man's Land.
Well, yeah, and I do. Well, it's not No Man's Land, it's New Frontier now. That was the first No Man's type map, and I play that a lot. And, yeah, but there's little things you want to change. Like, there's no person out there that have gone into farming and bought a farm property and gone, right, this is perfect, I'll never change anything. There's no farm owner out there that's ever done that. They'll change something, put in an extra shed, tear down an old shed that's falling apart, fix a fence or reroute a fence to suit their needs. So, you know, I think he's done a great job compared to 22. He's tried to address everyone's issue that they had in 22.
25 looks better because it's obviously FS25 looks better.
It does. It does.
He put more detail and more effort into 22 though.
Did he?
And there's a lot of things he's removed.
Yeah.
Because he's had to for performance. So I don't think 25 Calmsden is better than 22. I just think it looks better because of 25 looks better in general because you've got better features.
Does. Yeah. Well, it does.
You know, and someone did say to Oxy, now FS25 looks crap. And Oxy said, no, it does look better. You know, the trees and the lighting and other stuff.
Yeah.
It does look better.
And the game physics, I think, are much better. The way the tractors and vehicles act.
It's broken at the minute.
Yeah, I don't like the way the tractors react on the roads. I think they're far too jittery on 25.
Really?
Yeah, far too jittery. I'm not keen on that at all. Fields, tracks, absolutely, but on the roads, I personally, from my experience of working on farms, don't feel like it's that rough on a road in a tractor. Yeah, a pothole or something, absolutely, but
yeah.
General tarmac, I wouldn't say it's that bad.
Yeah.
I think Finish said earlier, they feel really unstable. You got a tractor weighing 7.5 ton, it doesn't shift around a lot on the road.
Yeah.
Not that much, no.
I find these, when you turn a sharp corner, don't tend to fall over and faint like they did in earlier versions.
No, not so much that. More just the way that they behave on a road in general. Like when you're going, when you're just going down the road, they just there just seems to be a lot more movement when you're sat in cab, especially. There just seems to be a lot more movement within the vehicle itself.
Well, it depends on your speed too. Like, if you're driving a tractor flat out down a bitumen road, they will wobble around like buggery.
Not that much.
But
not that much.
Oh, I don't know. It's been a while, but if you're driving just at a leisurely pace, they're fine. They're very stable. But when you start going like a bat out of hell, they don't like it.
I wouldn't say the way that it kind of jutters around, like you're going down a track really quickly. I don't like that side of it.
Yeah,
that's the bit. I don't like.
It's not so much the bumps. I think you're talking about it's got this vibration to it.
Yeah. It's almost like they've tried to make the roughness that you get from the lugs in the tyres. They've tried to emphasise that too much.
Right.
Kind of
what I will say is, I think that is because of the gravel that Oxy's put under his road. Because my tractor don't bobble like that on my roads.
Does it not?
Because I've got leaves under my road, but I've given it an asphalt texture, so it thinks it's. Because I want leaves decoration down the side of my edges, you see. So I've given it a road texture, so the tyres don't sink through the concrete. And as a result, my road will sound like a road. Oxy's sound like stones because he's painted stones under his road, and that's why the tractor's vibrating because it's going over stones.
Right, maybe that's what it is then.
And that's what it's causing it.
Yeah, because I haven't noticed what you're describing, so yeah, it could be that.
Yeah, that's what it is, mate. He's painted stones under his roads because the stones, you see, they match his road texture at the edges a little bit better He used to have some grass there. He's got rid of that, you see, and put the stones down because that blends in a little bit better.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm not getting that on my roads, you see, because my roads are quite smooth. I mean, don't get me wrong, my roads are bumpy here and there,
Yeah.
and I'll leave them bumps because you do get bumps in roads in real
Oh,
life,
hell yeah.
especially little country lanes.
Yes.
The main roads are quite smooth, aren't they? Unless I've got a ton of potholes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Plenty of them around.
yeah.
We're obviously not paying enough road tax to have them fixed. What do I call the map I made? Oh, mate, that was a long time ago. Hell of a long time ago. I haven't made maps. I've made maps for 13, 15 and 17. None since. I've done a bit of editing here and there for my own personal reasons, but never shared them with anyone. I thought I might get back into it, but I'm not going to. With 25 came out, I thought, yeah, I might get back into it. Sounds good, looks good. No, it ain't. Too old. Get too grumpy. I can't afford to smash a keyboard every couple of days, like I've done in the past. That weird looking rectangle's following me. It's over here now. It has to be up in the sky somewhere. What have you left floating up there, Oxy? Yeah, it's the same rectangle that was over in that corner.
Not invisible.
Yeah, it's a shadow.
Shadow.
Yeah, see? Oh, you're not watching.
That'll be from the cloud. What do you mean?
Yeah, but it's not a cloud. It's a rectangular with pointy ends. And it was over there, so it's travelling with the sun. Maybe there's something he's left up there. I mean, it's not game breaking. It's just weird little shadow that comes across the field.
Well, when a cloud comes over, when I've been driving around, your map practically almost pitch black when you block out the sun.
Oh yeah.
The sun's quite powerful in the game.
Yes. Yeah, it's a nice, bright, sunshiny day today in the game.
Oh, well, that's nearly another house done. Oh dear. It's tiring work doing this.
I would imagine, mate. I would imagine.
Trying to zoom in close in Blender to you know, like to get little brackets that
Yeah.
hold gates and little brackets that hold your gutters to the wall, and get in close enough that you can apply your texture to it. Zooming in and out of things in Blender is a nightmare.
I would imagine.
Absolutely right. I fucking hate it. It's fucking dog shit, and it's got this. It's got this. You spin round the object itself, so like
Yeah.
center of an object. Take like a football or something, and you spin round it on an axis.
Yes.
It's fucking. You don't spin the object itself. You spin round
Yes.
the object.
Yeah.
It's so fucking crap. It fucking make me snotty.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's why I gave up on Blender.
And then when you come out of it and go in GE, you can't work GE because there's completely different control.
Yeah, it's a different control. Yeah.
Nightmare.
It's all in that fun learning curve, isn't it? Eh?
Yeah. But I've got some really, really weird buildings on this map that you don't really associate with being British. They're very... A house which... It's not like a square house. It's a house,
Mm.
and then it looks like it's had half of it cut away. It's
Ah.
weird shaped houses, and I mean, obviously this is my first ever time in Blender, and I'm having to make this fucking crap. I can show you what I'm working on now. It's doing my nutting.
What you
Just-
need is someone that's good at Blender to work with. And he'd probably spin them out in about, an hour and a half.
Well, I don't know so much if they would, because what I will say is the amount of detail I've got in these houses, I haven't seen any houses in Calmsden 22 that's had this kind of detail.
No.
You know, I put lead on where your tiles meet your roof. I put
Oh,
cement on where your tiles finish on the end of your house, where you point your tiles up. That's the sort of detail I've gone to.
you've gone nuts,
I don't
mate. You've gone nuts. But it'll be well worth it in the end.
But you know, because if I can't do it to the detail I want it, there ain't no point me doing it. There's no point
No,
me making a
yeah.
map, because it'll be a shit map, and
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to make a shit map.
No, I understand that too. You'd be,
It's-
if you're not
it just
happy with
isn't-
it, it won't work.
Yeah, it just isn't in my makeup. It just, it wouldn't, it wouldn't work if it'd wind me up. It's a bit like, work. You got to take a little bit of pride. A job that's worth doing is a job worth doing well.
Yes. Yes.
As they say, that's what I say anyway.
No, I agree with you, mate. If you're doing something, you've got to do it to your best ability, or why are you bothering?
I was going to share my screen, I never did. But no matter what that is under there, because that ain't going to be seen.
Oh, I see what you mean by it looks like it's been cut in half. It looks like they forgot to put the other end on, doesn't it?
Yeah,
That's weird.
but that is. Where's my Google? Can you see that image? How that's cut in half there?
Oh, that's weird, that.
Isn't it?
Was it originally attached to another building?
I don't know, mate. I don't know. I really don't know. The same as this one here. Look, this one's got a flat end on it.
There's
I mean-
a strange bunch around where you live, aren't they?
I mean, it's got
Right.
a really sort of Texas type, oil baron type porch on the front there, which I'll have off here. I've got to build something off the front of here. Probably put another window up the top here, and then between I come back in where I was, get out of there, and just go down the road a little bit, and because you can see this from the other side.
That was the one that you were doing yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah, there's like a low one-story type building come off the side of here that go into there that join them two houses together. So although they look two houses, that's one house. That's got like a low level thing there.
Maybe it used to be a complete house, but the couple that were in there got a divorce, and he decided to take his half with him.
Yeah. I'm going to enjoy making these ones though. These old red brick buildings. This is what I had on Bin of Jokes. This to me is what, I don't know, British farming, but certainly Norfolk, all this red kind of stuff. This is what I'm looking forward to getting my teeth into. This stuff. This here. I mean, yes. It's, I mean, I made these gutters and windowsills tonight, and the brickwork. I changed all that. That's all new. Made the windows tonight.
That's mad, man. That's really good.
I'm gonna have once the windows get in game, there'll be pictures of rooms behind the black bits and some curtains and stuff. And I managed to get a gutter texture, look kind of a metally type. It's like a hammered metal it is. So that's that. Yeah, so and these little look at the little this little bit on the roof ridge here, look. Just to block them ends up. It's the same. Well, you can't see it here. The gutters have hid that up, luckily. But the making the gutters with round anything to do with rounded edges, right? It puts your poly count up. Like my whole house here is 2,600 triangles. Now one of the houses I made, that white house I made the other day, this house here, I made that house. That is 47,000 compared to this 2,000. Because I made all the windows. Where you see these windows, all these little cross bits, I made all them one by one, and because of all the vertices and all the rest of it, it just becomes bigger and bigger. Obviously, just the lower this, the easier it will render in game. You see, so that's why I've gone down the route of using an image for a window rather than making the windows to give it a lower poly res building. Yeah. So, you know, for the performance of the map when it's in game. You see, so. But yeah, this will look. This will look alright in game. Yeah, I'll be working on that down for a couple of nights. Well, actually not last night, I don't think. So I'm sure I went to bed early last night. I'm tired tonight. Actually, I'm close to going. Well, it's nearly 10 o'clock anyway. But yeah, it's a weird shaped house. I can build it. There's no issue. I mean, it's not difficult. It's just time consuming to get it to the standard of, you know, like all these. Look at the bit the chimney sits on. Look at all the shapes in there. You've got. That's cool. Same with these edges. Chamfering these edges so they aren't just square looking, because that's the thing. Some people's houses, they just put a square block down and it looks square. It doesn't actually look like a house, if that makes sense. It's just cheap and nasty. But like I said, from going from making that vintage jokes and, you know, decent map to then going into Blender, make them, you got to make them to the same standard. There's no point having a decent map and having shit buildings on it.
No.
No point at all.
No.
But the fact I'm now making buildings to suit Vintage Oaks, for instance, that would have probably put another 6 months to a year on that project if I had to make all them
Yeah, I had
houses.
to make all your own. And if you
Because
did,
of the amount of
that means that this one would be a lot quicker because it'd be used to Blender. There was nothing wrong with Vintage Oaks.
It just means when he makes his 4X for PC, that'll be a lot quicker because he's used to Blender.
Yes.
That's what we need to wait for.
Yes.
That's
I am
the way we
waiting.
need to look at it.
I am waiting.
Well, the 4X. Well, there are some very detailed, weird type houses on Woodside. It's going to be a new task. The village of Woodside, fucking hell, there's probably 50 to 100 houses in there. If I've got to make 50 different houses, by heck. And you're looking 2 days a house, so that's 2 days times 50. That's 100 days.
Well, what you need is some housing commission housing, where they're all the bloody same. Government housing.
Well, I'm going to make a British house, because what I can do is, you see, I can change the brickwork to make them look different. I can change the roof tiles to make them look different.
Yeah.
Very easy. And that is one thing about these houses I'm making now. If people want to use these houses, they can nick them very easy and just add a new texture.
Yeah.
Because I'm not baking the textures.
Honestly, I would look at Riverside, at some of the buildings and houses in there. They would suit. You may have to retexture them a bit, but they would suit. But the model itself would be sound enough to use, I think. Not all of them, but there'd be quite a few.
To be on a match if it was not based on an area, but now that I've gone down that road, it's, you know, people were telling me, oh, you got to get into Blender, and all the rest of it. Now I'm into Blender, it's anything I used to kind of, what do you call it?
Now he's in it, he can't get out of it, basically.
Yeah, well, it's a case like, if I think I said this to you before, Dave, when you say about it'd be good if a map had this and this, and I say, well, if the map's got it, it'll have it. If it haven't, it won't. So because I'm copying a map. If there's a square red house there, I'm capable of building a square red house now. It won't have to have every single similarity, but if not, I might as well have said, well, fuck Blender, I'll keep, I don't know, just using something that looks similar and be done with it. But from a reputation point of view, from what I built in 22, I can't. You have to make forward progress, improvements, unless you want to kind of have your reputation go down the pan. Because it only takes one bad map for your reputation, and it won't be, well, let's look forward to Briscoe's next map. That'll be, well, his last map was fucking shit.
Yeah. At least, look, as long as you don't go downhill, if it's every bit as good as Vintage Oaks or Saxthorpe, that's all it needs to be. It doesn't need to be better. It needs to be as good. If you can do it better, then all the better. But, you know.
Well, it will be better, because like I said, because I'm making these highly detailed buildings, which I didn't do before. I hadn't even made a farm build. I've got to start making farm sheds next. And I can't even get close enough to the farms to see what sort of sheds they are. So it gives me the license to do whatever I want to do.
Yes.
But whereas I'm only making the outside of the building, when I do a shed, I've got to do the inside as well.
Yes.
You know, I've got to put beams in there and fucking metal girders and things. So it's gonna. From the time perspective, I mean, it doesn't bother me, you know. I mean, Saxthorpe took me 2 months, and there's a good chance that this Saxlingham will probably take me 4 months. That is the price you have to pay for, you know, a decent map, because
yes, that's right.
There will be mappers out there, whether they turn a map out in a month or whether they take 6 months. it won't be up to the standard of like an Oxy map, or
No.
because some people probably don't even want to spend that time to have a quality map. If they make a map that's playable, then
They're happy.
they're proud
That's
of
it.
what they've achieved, because that's just who they are as people. That's
Yeah.
just
Yeah. When I was doing maps, I was more like you. It had to be as perfect as I could make it. I could have just built a map and gone blah, but I would never have been happy.
yeah.
And
I
I've
think
got pretty
I think-
fussy standards when it comes to maps. And if I can't play my own map because it's not good enough, I'm certainly not going to release it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like in a way it's kind of a you're representing yourself almost in the real world as well. Like if you were doing a job in the real world, like you could be a plasterer, you could be a painter, you could be a tradesman, you could be a carpenter. You could either be someone that's rough,
Yeah.
bodge it together as quick as anything, walk away, job done. I don't care what it looks like.
Yeah.
I've got the money. Or you can take a bit of pride and you can do a good job.
Well, yeah.
And that's and it's the same with making a map, or same with artists. You got Picasso and them people. They paint a picture, don't they? And that looks real life. Then you get some people couldn't paint to save their lives. It's just I don't. Yeah, it's not in me to try and cut corners and be a bit. There are workarounds when you get experience. There are things you can do to think, oh, I can get round that issue by doing this,
Yeah. There is.
and you might save yourself time, and it still looks good. I didn't plan to start the map until January, and I said to him maybe April, and I don't know whether I'm further forward than where I thought I'd be or not. Really, it's hard to say, but yeah, I don't know. I can't even guess at the minute.
No.
I ain't done nothing to the border yet. I haven't done nothing. Well, to lots of areas of the map. I ain't done no XML. I've got to get me XMLs. I've got to get all that stuff to work yet.
Oh, yeah.
There's so much to do at the minute.
Yeah, the thing is, you can't think about that because you will lose hope. You will go, oh, I've got so much more to do. I just can't be stuffed. You got to think about what you're doing now. Get that done, and don't worry about the next bit until you get to the next bit. Otherwise, you'll just, send yourself
I'm
an
in this corner here. Like, there's a ton of houses and sheds in this corner. There's some more over the other side of the road here. Like, they got windows in the roofs.
Yeah.
I'm completely building this area out here at the minute, and there's probably 14, 12 to 15 hours days to build all this.
Yeah.
So, bearing in mind I'm only going to get a couple of hours in the evenings, maybe 2 days at the weekend, you could potentially say I'm going to be building these buildings for the next month. I ain't even going to touch the map.
Yep.
On 22, that month that I'm going to spend building these buildings, that was half of the map complete. Because
Yes.
I made something for in 2 months.
Yeah.
But obviously, I always knew it was going to take longer by doing blender work. I mean, that's
Shit, yeah.
I mean, that's not rocket science. It's
No. No, it makes perfect sense. That's what's going to happen.
I mean, it'd be very easy. I could do a 10 metre by 10 metre square, stick a triangular roof on it, and texture that probably in an hour and say, there you go, there's my house.
Yeah.
That detail, like having your roof tiles and your gable ends and little things that houses have to make it look real. Because that's the
Yes.
thing, it's actually driving past it in game and thinking, wow, that house looks real, not fucking
Yeah.
hell, that looks crap. Because it ruins the rest of the map, doesn't it?
It does. Yes. Well, it's like you said, about the painters. If you get a landscape artist to paint a house, and you get your 5-year-old to figure paint the same house,
Yeah. Let me see if I can find. Let me see if I can find something in my. I was really disheartened the other day. Let me see if I can find it. I'm sure it's in here. In my Blender folder here. What do I call it? What do I call it? Saxon Blend. Saxon Round Post. I made a gate here somewhere, not main entrance. Entrance pillar. Bent wall. See, these are all the things I've made so far. I keep them just in case I need to go back to it.
well, of course.
I made a gate here. Where did I put it? What do I call it? Entrance wall, entrance building, bent wall. It's on the desktop. Rod house. Can't see nothing there. I have definitely got it somewhere here. 100%. Hey, look. No, it might not be this one actually. No, it wouldn't be that one. Let me see, it might be in here. No. Main farmhouse, lots, main farmhouse, no. State house, arch windows, no. So the other one. Oh, why did I put it? It might be here. Can't think what I called it. Entrance wall. Is it this? No, it's not that. Oh, that's a pipe I made. Quite impressed with that. I ain't got around to using it yet. That one piece of pipe, that's 3,000 in triangles, that is.
Jesus.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
It is.
Main entrance. No, not that one. Black gate, here we go.
Found it.
Well, anyway, I might have deleted it. So, these gates, where's my thingy got one? I'll show you. You see these gates here, how it's got an arch on it? On the top there.
Yeah.
So, I made my gate. I think I made it from this side. So one of these gates are probably what is it? Gate right 400. It's not too bad actually because I made these. And most people will put an image on a flat surface and
Yeah.
but I've actually made it. Like I've actually made the steps on it to give it a proper real life sort of gate. Look, big old thick gate because this is going to be the main farmhouse. You see, these gates are working in game. This little when you buy that particular house. But I made this gate here, and I put the arch on it.
Yeah.
And before I put that arch on it, I should have saved that gate and duplicated it.
Yes.
But I finished all the gate, textured it, and all the rest of it. And came here and thought, I can't fucking duplicate it now because if I flip the gate round,
it'll be wrong. Yeah.
the front and the back look different.
Yeah.
I spent fucking hours making it, and I was so pissed off.
Yes.
I thought I ain't putting a curb on it the second time. I'm
No.
just going to make a square gate and be done with it. So what we were now talking about, making little changes to make your life easy.
Yeah.
If people want to go looking on Google and saying, "Oh, well, you done a shit job because your gate should have a curve on top," they'll get 2 fingers.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
You know what I mean? But that's one of them instances where I thought, "Fuck, I ain't doing a curved gate again." I mean, that was like half a day.
Yeah.
Well, not yet.
I know
Well,
what you
it
mean,
was
though.
time you make all these hinges
Yes.
and you get them in. You got to make them animated so they spin on the hinge.
Yeah.
That's not, that's not a 2-minute job. But what I am doing on the walls, when I make the walls here, like the pillars, I'm joining the fuckers all together. I'm not leaving them single, because if I leave them single, people can nick them and go and use them in their map.
Yeah.
So if I join them all together, they're made in one big lump.
Yes.
It's harder for people to pinch it.
Yeah, giants used to do that a long time ago.
What, join everything together?
Yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah, they did. Like, there was one of the maps I was working on, I needed power lines. And I thought, oh, shit. And there wasn't any, prefab power lines that I could find that I could use. And, that Giants map, that's got some nice, realistic power lines. And I thought, all right, so I loaded that map up in the GE and I clicked on a power pole. I was going to pinch that power pole and the line attached to it. And the whole fucking map lit up. They were one thing, and they weren't like, in its group. That was it.
Yeah.
It was it on its own, the whole thing. I thought, you assholes, I can't use this. If it was split up into different sections, I could steal a section and work with that section. But no, it was the whole entire map. Down every road, up to every house, up the streets, everywhere. Mm-hmm.
That is one way to protect some of your work, by joining it all together like that.
They did that a lot, though. It wasn't just that. There was something else I was trying to do, and I thought I'll get the one out of Giants map because it's really nice. I like it, and it was joined to other things, not just itself. And it wasn't in the transform group. It wasn't a transform group. It was just called what it was. And it had all this other shit tied to it. And the only way I could do it, edit it, was put it in Blender and, delete the things I didn't want. But I couldn't use Blender.
Yeah.
So it was a bit of a bastard. Yeah, that's one of Giant's old tricks. And it's good if you use that. That's good. People won't be able to pinch it unless they know Blender.
Yeah.
And not many people that pinch stuff out of maps know Blender. Otherwise, they do it themselves.
Yeah. Exactly. I've got to change to this brick. All things I made the other day, I've got actually with this brick. Anything with this brick, the brick's slightly bigger than the other stuff, so I need to rescale it slightly. I mean, it looks, it's a bit too big. Just need to going to explore this out again now, which is a bummer. And actually, I've got to do that. So yeah, this is where you got to try and get your posts done at the same time. It's not easy. I need to count how many's on here. You see, that's what I do. That's how in depth I am. I've got to count these bloody things. What we got here? 5, 6, 7, 8. 7, 8, about 20. What have we got? 2, 4, 6, 10. Fucking hell, about 100. Maybe I've gone too big. Come down a little bit. I hate to think how many different yellow bricks I've put on this wall just to get that.
Yeah.
Can you see the little curve on this top stone as well?
Oh no.
Can you see a little curve there? I don't know if it
Hang on. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that took quite a while to do. That I don't want to see what the
Well, it's not a perfect square then, is it? Which there is no such thing as a perfect square wall.
let's have a look.
Not
Here.
one that's gone through some aging, you know.
I ain't got my.
No, that looks good.
Where's my stats? Statistics. Yeah, so that little wall thing on the wall top there. Obviously, you got these. I don't know if you can see it. You got the weird sort of shape on these.
Yeah, you can see it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's the same as here. Like you can see it there. Like it's got these funny things on top there.
Yeah.
But that I think I've got all my wall tops selected. That's just those tops little. Well, what 1, 2, 3, 5. That's 600 triangles just on those alone.
Jesus.
So
You're going to try and bring them down, or can't do that?
Nah, that in theory, it's not that.
Not that bad.
I was worried a week ago that seemed like a lot, but I've been looking at giants and comparing things to giants, and I mean giants have got one building on one of the maps, 200,000. Pounds.
Yeah.
One building's got.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, well, I'm making a house, 10, 20,000. That's like pocket change.
Yeah, that's nothing compared to that one. Yeah.
Like I've deleted the bottoms off my walls just to save a little bit. And you can, once you get to this point, you can just come here, right click and.
It was what? I can't remember the map. But there was this like hospital. Yeah, there was a hospital on the map, and there was a giant brick wall all the way around it, and along the top of the walls there were broken beer bottles cemented into the top.
Bottle.
Yeah, it was weird. It looked so bloody good, but that must have been huge. It was like a hospital asylum, so that no one could break out, climb over the wall.
Yeah, when you start adding details like these decorative things on top of walls, I mean, don't get me wrong. If they weren't there in real life, I wouldn't have gone for the effort of making it. But
No.
Because, and I'm glad I have because it
Looks good, mate. It does.
If it was just a wall without it, it looks a little bit kind of plain like. But these hinges took me forever.
Yes.
They did. And it took me even longer to get them to work properly. The gate was open, and then the gate would end up over here, and I'm thinking, how can that be? How can that open from this hinge and end up over there? And I fucking took me an age to work out what was happening.
Yeah, there's something wrong with the hinge. Yeah.
But it was working. It was just opening at a weird sort of angle. It weren't spinning from this point.
Yes.
And I thought it was an XML thing, and I was changing the XML over and over, and then I realised in the end it was a fucking gizmo in Giant's editor that needed moving.
Yeah.
Fuck, I sat here for hours, mate. That was.
But hopefully,
Yeah,
lessons like that you only have to be taught once.
well, that is the thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
you only learn these things once, and or
Yeah, if it happens again, you'll go, oh, right, I've done that wrong, so I'll change that. And bang,
yeah, because
it's fixed.
I've got some more gates to make soon, so next time that'll be like a 2-minute job. Like, well, actually, you can see here that there's a gate there.
Yeah.
And there's another gate there. I mean, I'm going to have to make a mock-up of them. I've already got the textures. I ain't going to fucking bother building this house here with this fucking scaffold. Fuck that shit. I'm confirmed that one now. I ain't be doing these scaffold holes. Fuck that. I don't know what I'll put there. Could be a sell point. Sell your eggs or something.
Yeah.
But
A little corner
see,
shop.
I think all these houses years ago, these were this was a barn. These were used as in farming. These are just being converted.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm almost tempted to convert them back to farm how they would have been all them years ago, because this house here, you see, you can see here that Park Farm house. That is the farmhouse for this.
Oh, righto.
Look,
Yeah.
well, that's Shotterson Park Estate. I mean, but that's Saxtingham Estate in the map.
Yeah.
So that leads. How do you get out of this? See this farm estate in the middle here. Here it is. That's where you. That's down here where we were, but that's all private. See all this in here. The big farmhouse there, wedding house there. Look, swimming pool in there. Actually, come to think of it, there's a swimming pool out here I've got to build as well, but that won't take long. That's just a square.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But other than that, you see, apart from this complex here with houses here, and I'm still tempted to make one of these a sell point yet. I mean, that one there looks the biggest area for a sell point.
Instead of the house.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It's just got to be a reason to visit this part of the map apart from the farmhouse, because if you buy the farm in the middle here, your farmhouse is going to be up here. The farmhouse is going to be miles away from the farm itself.
Yeah.
Because these houses in here, I'm not putting houses in there. I'm going to put farms and animal pastures in there and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I've got lots to do. Oh well. Oh well. Oh, never mind.
Keep you out of trouble, mate.
Yeah.
Haven't got time to do anything else. Barely.
I think I'm gonna hit the sack.
All right,
20
mate.
past 10.
Yeah. That's fair enough.
Yeah, I'm getting tired now. Yeah, I just want to get one of these gardens finished, houses finished. I've been doing blender work for quite a while now.
Yeah. It must get hard in your eyes too, mate.
Yeah, my eyes are getting terrible. I can't even read the fucking padlock at work to undo the fence now. It's something that bad. Fucking hell. Yeah.
Shit.
So bad my eyes can't even read the padlock numbers to unlock it.
Bit rough.
Yeah, so if I keep deteriorating about the yard in 2 years' time, I think I'm going to be bloody blind. Yeah, that must be looking at the screens, doesn't it?
Yeah, it could be.
No, are you still on Calmsden, though?
Oh, I'm on Hubbard.
Oh, you're on Hubbard, There's a new American map for 25 come out today called Mithelwade or something.
Oh yeah.
On Mod Hub.
On Mono?
No, it'd be on someone's Discord.
Montes?
What? Sorry,
Montes?
is it Mondes or something? Yeah. Yeah, new American map. It's only a 2x, but
But that was in 22 as well, I think.
yeah, but he's released it to 25. Spartan was on it earlier, doing a live stream on it.
Yep.
And then he was going to shoot over to Calmsden.
I find though if you're on an American map and it's a 2x, I find them too small.
Too small.
Yeah, 2x is too unless you've got like 3 field.
Yeah. I'll agree with you there.
Like, don't get me wrong, like I'm never gonna get anywhere near a fraction of this map that I'm on now. I'm never gonna use a fraction of it. But the size of the fields are keeping me definitely
Busy.
keeping me out of trouble.
Yeah.
God, yeah. I'm having to play it in a completely different way to how I've ever played Calmsden before, because I'm having to go down your route, Wayne, of using
Auto drive.
yeah, like auto drive, course play, all that kind of stuff. Because otherwise, I'd never get anything done.
Well, courseplay works good.
Yeah, course
Very
play and auto drive work really well. I'm
I'm
a
not
stickler
an
for
auto-
doing everything myself.
Yeah, I'm not an auto drive person. Not that
I'm
I don't
not
use it,
cool.
I just can't set it up. I keep fucking things up.
I don't normally use it, but I'm finding I'm having to use it on this because otherwise I'd still be harvesting the first field if I didn't use it, because I'd have to keep jumping out a harvester into a lorry and it'd be a nightmare, absolute nightmare.
Yeah.
But I'm quite enjoying doing this. Don't get me wrong, when Briscoe's map comes out, I'll be on that, but
Yeah, so
this
will
is a nice little filler for me for the time being.
Yep.
Are you live on YouTube? Are you
Who
on
talk-
YouTube? John, are you on YouTube?
Me, I am, yeah, mate.
Yeah. You streaming, are you?
I'm streaming, yeah.
We're talking about this gibberish and that I'm live on. Well, they can't hear me because I'm on the Discord, can they? Or can they?
Yeah, everyone can hear you.
Hear me talking about that nonsense.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
You've just given away all your secrets, Briscoe.
Yeah, when I
Yeah.
my secret,
Broadcasted
I
on YouTube, mate.
didn't realise.
No going back from there, mate. That's it.
No.
You're committed now.
Yeah.
Committed to the cause.
You might be committed if someone hears you.
Is you?
It is.
Oh, yeah. Life is also a possibility.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I've released a few videos of sex. I mean,
And
I'll
I've
drive round it once. I've done a little bit of work and
Yeah, it's been
just
bloody
to get
lovely.
some game.
Been
just
looking
to make
forward
sure
to
it
each one of those.
But like I said, not being biased just because I made the map. I mean, obviously I made vintage jokes and all the rest of it, so I'm going by what I've made in the past,
Yeah.
and it has got a really nice feel to it. It's just, but then again, that is more down to the area, the location, and
Oh,
the,
it's got a lot
the
to
area
do
that-
with it. It does,
It's-
yeah.
If I was making a map on an open marshland, obviously it's going to be pretty rubbish, isn't it? It's,
Yeah.
you know, but it has got a nice feel to it, and there are some areas, you know, where you go through the forestry tree area where you will want to be in cab, because it would be easier to
Oh,
drive.
Yeah.
And yeah, and when you've got the lighting from the new FS25, and yeah, it just but it does look and feel better in game than what it does to watch on video. It does.
Yeah.
It's just a shame there's still so much to do. I can't, be giving people a new map in the next week or so. But
No.
I get all these things take time, don't they?
Do mate.
If I'm not looking to be finished by April, I'm going to be a bit cheesed off. I don't want to be spending more than 4 months on a 2X. Not really.
I reckon you'll come close by the progress I've seen.
But I mean, I'll get quicker at Blender.
Well, yeah, the more you do, the quicker and smoother it'll go.
I'm actually finding it easier to apply the texture to my objects first, rather than putting it on afterwards, because more often than not, if I do make a change or an alteration to the shape, it in most cases it doesn't lose its texture.
Okay, yep, makes sense.
But if you have to add cuts and things to your texture, instead of having like one square that you want to spread over a brick wall, you might have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different little squares and triangles that you've got to try and scale all at the right size so the brickwork meets up exactly the same.
Yes.
That's just really, really tedious.
Yeah, it would be.
And sometimes Blender does it perfectly for you, and sometimes it doesn't, and it's. But if you do it at the beginning, and get it exactly how you want it. Yeah, like I said, I've cut windows out of walls that I've applied my brick texture to.
Yeah.
And after I've cut the window out, it is still left a perfectly, brick wall with no deformations or anything.
Oh, good.
So.
Well, that makes it easier, doesn't it?
Yeah. There may be some instances where you wouldn't want to do it that way, but. Yeah, I mean, I haven't given anyone any dates yet, but I did say.
Oh, I wouldn't do that, mate, because you put even more pressure on yourself. It's finished when it's finished. That's all you can say.
It's difficult. What is disappointing about it is because I want to jump onto the 4X wood side.
Yeah, I know.
It's going to take me about a year and a half now.
Yeah.
Unless I take a step back and dole back on the detail a little bit.
Oh.
And say, well, look, it's a 4X map, I've got to compromise on the detail.
Well, yeah, maybe.
But
maybe you'll have to do that, but...
Is it worth making a low detailed map? Because then you're making a map that doesn't look that great because you haven't put the effort in. But
No, it's got to have your detail. Otherwise it won't be a Briscoe map. It'll be just some guy's map.
Yeah. But wood sides in the back. Don't mind. All this nonsense with console having issues that make me think, why am I doing it too late?
Yeah.
Bin it off and get on with 4X.
A lot of people don't bother with the console, and there's a good reason for that.
Well, there is. Some of the hassle and stupidity. People have been getting on at Oxy because it's taken a long time to download the map, as if it's something wrong with the map. Well, 1 million people were trying to download the map when it got released.
Yeah.
The server slowed down.
Well, yeah.
And there's 1 million people. Oh, why is it taking so long to download? Well, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, well, I didn't have any issues because I downloaded it during my daytime, which meant all the rest of the world was in bed. So I didn't have a problem. Downloaded very quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be a lot easier once Giants fix the issues that the game has got.
Yeah.
That'll help everyone. That will.
Oh, for sure.
I think I said to someone earlier today, I'm not going to release, even if I finish Hatchlingham tomorrow, I'm not going to release it until Giants fix their issues. Just so I don't end up getting a load of grief from console people that can't get it to work on consoles.
Yeah. Yeah.
Either that or I'll release it for PC.
No, I understand that one.
I can't be bothered to have all that hassle.
I would hope Giants aren't far away of fixing the problems. I would hope.
Yeah, well, I got 4 months.
Mm.
Hopefully they'll have their problems fixed before I have my match.
Oh, yeah. Well, you would think they would.
Yeah, you would hope so, really, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Oh dear. Yeah, I'm going to be busy at work as well, right up until March. I've been really slow lately, and the site manager said to me today, we've got to turn 17 houses out by March.
Oh,
He said, so you're
Jesus.
going to need some help. So I've gone from twiddling my thumbs to
Yeah,
having absolutely nothing, and now I'm going to be rushed off my feet.
pulling your hair out. Lovely.
Now I'm going to be coming home from work so tired, I'm not going to want to do any work.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, some days it seems like you can't win, mate.
Yeah, I knew it was going to happen. Right, I'm going to shoot off the bed, lads.
All right, mate.
Same for me.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
right.
You guys take care.
Yeah, I'll see you,
too.
see
Nice
you
to
all later
catch
in the
up.
week or whenever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice to catch up.
Yeah, catch you later.
Yep.
boy.
See yous. Well, that was nice catching up with them. Really don't think that needs fertiliser. I'm wasting my time, I think. I can't tell because you need lime. Yeah, I've done it all. Oh, that's good. Waste a bit of fertiliser, but doesn't matter. It don't matter. Oh, nice and easy. Might get the hired worker to do this while I go and get a coffee. I'll be right back. Well, that was good. Finished already. Not that it was a big field, but yeah, very good. Yeah, should have got an extension on this. Wait. A bit of a tank slapper happening there. Right. Jesus, calm down. Come down a hell of a bit quick. Nice little hill there. The sheep are going to love it. Jesus. Bloody hell, I'm going to have to fill this up again. It does need a larger container on this. I have to get an extension. Didn't want to, but looks like I will have to. Jeez, might get this finished. This fun field is a little bit up the other end. Oh, sorry. Right, let me look at something. Nothing special I want. Oh yeah, I should buy 6 of them. Not fertilizer spreader. Let me have a look at something. No, fertilizer spreaders there. Now default that holds, which is what this is, 10,000 litres? No, this one. 14,000 litres. No, 9,000? Yeah. I've just got a default one. No extensions. 9,000 with wide spreader arms. What'd you do that for? No one knows. Wide spreader arms. And that's worth 45 grand. So, whoa, we're looking pretty... 12,000. No, 9,000. 9,000. No. Too expensive. 16.5 thousand. Yeah, no, I might just get the might just get the extension for it. Might as well do that now. Let's go for a drive to the shop. I'm not too sure what Finish was talking about. Vibration. I don't notice it. I don't notice any bad vibration. Things move around and they will penetrate, but they're not like a car. And the closest tractor that comes to being smooth like a car is the Deutz, the big one, the newer versions. They're damn smooth and comfortable. And they still wobble around, especially at high speed when they're pulling, how fast do they go? 65 kilometres an hour. They do move around. They're damn scary at that speed, actually. Feels like you're doing 100 in a car. Mile an hour. Oh, you're in there. Good. Okay. Customize. Yeah, I didn't think I did. What's that taking it up to? 11, 14. What's that going to cost me? 2,700. You tight ass bastard, why didn't you do that first time? Done. Geez, they could have washed it when they put the extension on. They even made the extension dirty. Let's see if we can find our little red car. Usually always heads down this road when I'm heading up it. Not many times I've come up here and I've missed it. There's a tiny bit more traffic on it, Oxy, just a little. I mean, I don't mean 50 cars pelting down here, but just a few more. I hit something there. Tree. I wandered over to that bloody tree. And what the hell did I get over there? Beyond me. Must have a magnet in this tree, Oxy. Anyway. Yeah, just a little bit more traffic on it. And on other parts of the map, maybe. Just a little. Geez, I didn't make the little red car. What a shame. Get off that line. Thank you. Excuse me. Bloody thing off you, Phil. Wasting everything. Oh, goodness. Excuse me. Sorry. Watch where you're going, you clown. He's only just clear that tree. Bloody hell. Hard on the equipment. No. Back that way. bang into the shed again. Lovely. What else can you hit, John? Oh, I'm sure I could drive into the shed up there, and the wall a few more times. Fence. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. I hope you gave me a thumbs up. Would be most appreciated. And hope you enjoyed it. Till next time. And hopefully there will be a next time. You all take care. Take care of each other. Thank you. Bye-bye.